back, Cozy Travelers. I hope you had a great couple of weeks. If you are new to my channel, thank you for clicking on this video, and if you're coming back, I want to welcome you back. For today, I was gonna do a mid-season or mid-year pen check-in, similar to what I did last year, where I pretty much went through all the pens I've gotten from January to now. But what I think I'm going to do instead is I'm actually going to do a big long video at the end of the year and just kind of go through everything from the entirety from January to December. And so then I was like, well, what am I going to do for this week's video? So what I decided to do, which I didn't do last year, was a mid-season check-in for my inks that I've gotten. As you can see here, we have these cute little stamps that I got. It was a set of Chinese New Year tigers. And I wanted to use one that I don't typically use because in my actual ink journal, I do use stamps a lot. I use them for marking down new inks or anything that's been destashed. I like to use it for, like I said, when I got new inks or like this. Or maybe an ink that's running out where I finished it up. I like to also commemorate that. But I love using different stamps, not even just bottle ones. I also like using other ones. I was trying to see if I could find, yeah, like I have the Tono and Lim one. Actually, so I want to make sure that I'm using these stamps that I've gotten because I keep here. This one is really cute. This is the Paper Mouse stamp one. And so I wanted to pick a really fun stamp to put down, especially one that I haven't really used that much. But we're gonna be going through everything. I'm just gonna go in chronological order, kind of reminiscent colors, especially because most of these I haven't actually inked up in a pen yet, and so I kind of just want to like play around with them again and just see how pretty they are. I will say I didn't realize I've already gotten, I really thought I was like cutting down how much ink I bought because I have so much samples, but clearly not. But I think slowed down this month, but we'll see what happens with more events coming up for this year. Without further ado though, let us get started. In my hand here we have my glass muddler, which I use to jot inks down, and then I have here my Tachikawa glass holder for my Kakamori nib. Alright, so first one here, and let's actually pull you in just a little bit, is Tono and Lim's The Chai. I remember mentioning this ink in the Tono and Lim swatch video where I swatched all my Tono and Lims and saying that I bought this thinking that it would be like the perfect brown, which would be more like Kuri, which we'll show later, which is a sailor ink. And it did not end up being that. It ended up being a much more of an orangey kind of brown. And so, actually, I don't know if I was supposed to shake. I was supposed to shake this. There is shimmer in this. And now I have to try to see if I could get some out because as you can see on the bottom, I always forget on some of these. Let's see if I could get some of that shimmer out. If not, that's okay. We got the color down. And again, this is Tono and Lims The Chai. Next up we have here is a Troublemaker ink. This is Copper Patina. This one I've actually sampled out a decent amount to people, and this is another shimmer ink. You can see the gold down there on the bottom. So I'm just gonna agitate it a little bit. Oh yeah, that's such a pretty color. Oh, I think I put too much ink on that one. I really enjoy the Troublemaker inks because I feel like they're always so rich and nice and wet. And I think the only thing that's difficult is like sometimes when they're sold out, they are sold out and it takes a while for anybody to kind of carry them again. But yeah, I would definitely, if you've been interested in trying an ink, Troublemaker ones are really good. At least in the pens that I've tried them in, which is mostly Western ones, so it's like more of a wet writer, so you get all like the nice like shimmer and stuff in it. So next one I have here actually came with the pen. This came with my Platinum Misty Bloom. It is a green of the mixable ink line, and I do have the brown, which I really enjoy. I've actually inked that up almost halfway through the bottle, and this green is also really nice, though I don't know how often I'm going to be reaching for it. Though because it's the mixable, I am interested in maybe mixing it with other colors and like other platinum inks to see how that is, but I might just stick with maybe a sample of it for myself or two, and then maybe either sell or trade this color for something else. Maybe another of the mixables. Because I can't say it is one of my favorite type of greens. Oh, it's very interesting though. When you do pull with the Troublemaker, there is some feathering there, but on the actual sample here in the writing, there is no feathering. Here we have the next one, which is a Tono and Lims ink called Okamotoya Pink. This is a really cool art one, which I always love from Tono and Lims, and no surprise, there is shimmer in this one as well. This time I made sure to check so I didn't just put it down and not realize it was shimmer. But this falls right into my like dusty purple like colors that I love. Wasn't gonna add the stars, but I might as well. I don't think this one's wet enough to add it. Alrighty, next up are ones that I've actually done a whole video on. They were part of my so-and-so order from Australia. And that was a bunch of inks from Kitty Inkpot, and then one from Dream Inks and one from Pen BBS. So now we have Leaves Rustle When Autumn Comes. Gorgeous bottle and also fairly large. And this one I actually have inked up for my summer lineup. So far, it's been really nice. The other Kitty Inkpot one is Biggie Cat. One of my favorite reds from this newer collection. This is the Kitty Ink Pot Blood, Bone, and Blossom. Funny enough, the ink I just spilled in trying to like clean the rim of the bottle was the Bone, Blood, and Blossom. So now my hands are looking a little crazy. It literally looks like I have dried blood on my hands. I'm gonna go try to wash some of this off. But just know that this was the culprit. Alright, tried to wash off as much as I could, but clearly that red did not want to get off my hands. Next up, we have the Dream ink. This is the Gupiao, and this is a shimmer, like a really shimmery ink, but I will say this is finer than I noticed in the other Dream ink colors, which I find the shimmer to be too what's the word? Thick in the shimmer, so some of it comes off. Alright, but this does have a lot of shimmer. Alright. It's like writing with shimmer. Dream ink. Go. Oh wow. It's how like this is almost like liquid gold in there. Next up, we have Pen BBS ink, which actually, funny enough, works really well with this stamp, and that is the number 536 Renyin. And this is a gorgeous bright yellow. For me, this yellow is on par with the Birmingham Pen Company one, the Sunshine one, or is it? Yeah, it's on par with the Birmingham Pen Company Sunburst, which is another really gorgeous yellow. Because I love making a really nice, like bright or vibrant, almost like yellow orange. Because at this point, I think I have like 3 colors that are like this, but I love each one of them. Perfect. Going on to page 2, we have probably an unexpected ink, but this one I had a sample of at I think it was a D-Stash at one of our meetups, and I really fell in love with this color. And it's the Waterman Mysterious Blue. This is the first and only Waterman ink I have as a bottle. I have tried samples of others that I've gotten, and I've actually also really liked those blues. And for me, it's because it like starts as one blue and then it dries to a different blue, and I absolutely love that about it. It's also a Waterman color, so like you know it's gonna work beautifully. Then we have the Tono and Limbs color Perfectly Insane, and this was in collab with Wasted Paper. I missed out on the first drop of this ink, and then I got a sample of it and I really liked it. I had it inked up in my my Pilot Lavender Fog, and it was perfect in there. Next up are two of the Sailor Yurameku pen inks. And that's these right here. It's the Amamoyoi and Byakuya, both of which I've used in my pens for my ink season. Byakuya I used for spring, and Amamoyoi is the one I'm using currently for summer. So let's start with the Byakuya one. I like how I literally in my head was like, yeah, Byakuya, and I wrote the wrong one. Byakuya. There we go. This one is the Amamoyoi. And we have another of the Troublemaker inks. This one is the Mocha Mousse. It released with some other two colors. It was like a darker chocolate one, and then potentially I think a lighter one. But the Mocha Mousse one is the one that spoke to me the most because it was like a brownish purple. Beautiful. That one is such a pretty color. And I'm excited to do all close-ups of everything once they're dried. The next two I also have mentioned in my Little Craft Fest haul, and that was the two that I got while I was in Texas. One was an exclusive from Drumgool, and the other is an exclusive from Little Craft Fest itself, or Little Craft Place slash the Fest. So first up we have here is the Drumgool's color Mint Jelly. Both of these two inks I inked up and made sure they were lined up for my summer lineup because they're both such gorgeous colors. Houston, awesome. Then we have a bottle of the Sailor Mano ink Cootie. This is a perfect match for me for my platinum chai latte. It's like that perfect shade, like maybe slightly deeper than the cap, but for me, like that, it's in the same color family. It's just the shading, like the depth of it is a little darker. And those two have now been probably one of my favorite pairings for my summer inks. Especially the Mano series, like one of my favorite formulas. Lastly, we have here the Troublemaker Petrichor. I did have this inked up last season and I had it in a sample, but I finished it, so I was really happy to get a bottle version of it. And this color is absolutely gorgeous. I love this one. Funny enough, these two look very similar right now that it's not dried, but you'll immediately start seeing it becomes like more purpley from that greenish blue that it starts at. And that's one of the reasons I really love this color. I'm really glad I double checked my list in my journal to make sure I got everything, because I actually did miss one. It was probably within the past couple weeks. It is an ink I got off AliExpress, and it's a Chinese brand called Caiqi. So it's C-A-I-Q-I, and it's a tiny little bottle like this. I loved the art on it, but also I've really loved the color with the sample swatch online. So I can't believe I almost forgot this one. So I added a different little tiger on the bottom. So this is Jin Cha Yo. Yeah, just for reference, here's a Tono and Limbs bottle, and this is the one that this one came in. It's about the same height, but it's like 2/3 of the size. But perfect, we got everything swatched. I'm gonna let this last one dry now that you can't see in the corner, and then we'll zoom out and I'll talk a little bit more of the colors. And yeah, so I'll see you in a second. Amazing, so now everything is pretty much dry with a couple of spots probably left. But let us look at these awesome colors. So again, you have there the chai. Actually, in the peaks where it's the lightest is kind of what I expected this color to be, but it's definitely a lot more orangey than I had expected. Then we have that gorgeous copper patina with the insane shimmer. The mixable green, like I said, I don't think that might be, like I don't think that's gonna be a color that stays in my collection, but I'm going to wait and see, because again, if I can mix this with other colors, then maybe I will keep it. And then, or I'll trade it for another one of the mixables. Then we have here the Okamotoya pink. Then you have here the Leaves Rustle As Autumn Comes and Biggie Cat, both really gorgeous colors. The reason my hands are red, the Bone Blood and Blossom. That crazy shimmer from the Dream ink. That really stunning, very orangey yellow from Pen BBS. This gorgeous blue from Waterman. This really cool, I don't know if you even see the pink and the green that come out of this color. It's pretty crazy. From this angle, you can see it a little better. Moving on. The Byakuya, which has this crazy green that I don't think I've ever seen, except maybe a little bit on the edging of this color, but that's amazing. And then you have here, similar but a little bit more green in it, the Amamoyoi. Then you have some of that green in the Troublemaker Mocha Mousse. This really cute mint jelly from Sailor and Drum Ghouls. That really dark, rich, almost black Howdy Houston, but you'll see there's along the edge, it's like a red, and then you get that nice, gorgeous light color. And honestly, what again, I thought the chai would be, just that light color there. And then we have the Sailor Moon Yukuri, which the swatch is crazy, it looks purple, but the writing looks brown. The beautiful Troublemaker Petrichor, and then that cute little straggler of the Chayo from Kaichi. So that is all the colors that I've gotten so far. That is about 19 inks. Right? 3, 9, no. This is now 10. Yeah, so that's 19 inks I have, all of which I am absolutely in love with. I can't wait to try them out, as long as I stay with that system of pushing to the front and prioritizing inks that I haven't used before, full bottles, and that way, this way I could try any ones I haven't used before. I've swatched all these colors before, but it's always really nice to just kind of get reintroduced and like reconnected some of these, especially because like I want to say like 8 out of the 19 here I haven't fully used at all. Yeah, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, because I pretty much used all of these. Yep. And then obviously I definitely have a type with the chroma shading inks, and you could probably say that is it's become my recent kryptonite. Before, it used to be like a lot of like bright colors like this, and then it became a lot of like these like dusty purple browns, but now it's definitely chroma shading inks. Hence the Yurameku kind of have me in a chokehold, and Troublemaker. Kitty Inkpot has a lot of really gorgeous ones like that. So yeah, let me know what your favorite color was, and also what's your favorite acquisition for your ink so far. I know some people have recently just gotten into fountain pens, and there is so much out there. So I hope you're able to find some really fun videos on here on YouTube and Instagram and other social media to kind of help you gather an idea instead of jumping in like I kind of did when I started with the inks. I think I did do a ton of research, but I did kind of let myself be like, oh, that color's gorgeous, and just got it. But thankfully I never got an ink that it was really an issue. I just think sometimes you think you need more ink than you're gonna ever go through. So I'm glad that companies now are making smaller bottles, like with the Pilot Ear Shizuku, like the 15, or is it the 30? 15 or 30, it's the smaller one, is all I need. I don't need the huge one, which I have one of the the Yamabudo. Thankfully though, this is like halfway, so I've actually made a dent by sampling this color out a lot and also using it. So I'm really glad that that's being used. But yeah, let me know what's on your wish list too. Like, what inks do you kind of want to get? And maybe there's one on here that you've been thinking about, and now that it's swatched, maybe you're leaning a little bit more towards getting it. But anyway, thank you again so much for staying to the end. I always appreciate all the amazing comments you guys leave, and I love when some of you reach out to me on Instagram. I'm on there, always excited to chat with everybody. So again, my link to my page is in my description, so never feel shy to come on over and say hi. And if you're in the New York area and you've been wanting to join people who love journaling and stationery and fountain pens and inks, join our Discord, and that all is also linked on my Instagram. So next time we'll be oh my god, the mid-year Techo Kaigi. that is going to be very interesting because, again, some stuff has worked, some stuff has not worked, but it's, you know, it's all a learning process in what we do with our journals. So again, thanks, and I will see everybody in 2 weeks. Stay safe and healthy, and I'll see you then. Bye.